The biggest or most used section of your entire Happy Grasshopper account is most likely going to be this send by audience section. This is our library of content that our writers create and update every 2 weeks so that way you have fresh, relevant content to go out. You always have something new going on. And it definitely, as you can see, COVID related, it's relevant to what's going on in the world, but there's plenty of different options, whether you want to stay within fun and friendly, if you want to go real estate, whatever makes sense for your style to your contacts. So these messages are pre-written and loaded into your account. You can, of course, edit any message before it sends out if you want to make tweaks. But otherwise, the message is completely good to go. It is not a template. It is a pre-written email. So when you hop into the send by audience section, you'll be able to see the subject line, the audience, category, and when it's available till. And that availability date is, again, because we update it every 2 weeks. So that's just more of your heads up of, hey, if you like this message, that's where we have that save button in place. But it'll just give you that heads up that, hey, it won't be in your account after the 26th or whatever date is in place. So when it comes to the audiences, Sphere and this +1 is saying past clients. Sphere and past clients definitely get the more fun and friendly, I tend to call it laid back material. And that's simply because you already have a relationship with those contacts and you can have more of that, hey, I saw this article, thought it was really interesting, wanted to share it with you. What did you think? Kind of a more laid back conversation, again, because they know who you are. You can have just that normal person to person interaction. And then finally, your leads is definitely more real estate related and kind of in that ballpark. So landscaping, real estate, colors, designs, all of that good stuff so that it makes sense to send to a lead. Now, when it comes to scheduling a message, very easy. You'll hit, let's do this one, Garden Escape. You'll hit edit and schedule, and it'll bring you right to the back end of the message so that you're able to, again, make edits if you want to. The message is good to go, but you'll ultimately want to select the audience that you want to send to. So the cool part is, although we say, hey, this message was written for the idea that it would be sent to leads, if you say, hey, but this is really cool and I want to send it to my Sphere, you have final say in doing that. And you can schedule the same message to go to multiple audiences, but you do have to schedule each one of those same messages 3 times. So you would schedule for Sphere, go back in, schedule for past clients, so on and so forth. So the subject line will already be in place for you. Again, you can edit it if you need to, but it's good to go. Greeting with the first name and without the first name. So you'll hear me say it a million times. We do address your contacts by the first name when we send out. If they don't have a first name in place, we'll just address them as hi. So we're not pulling hi email or hi unknown, weird things like that. And then finally, all you have to do, if you're not making any edits, you'll scroll down to the bottom, you'll click the send button, and you'll select if you want the message to go out right away or if you want to schedule it in future send dates. So definitely your preference and what works for you. You can, of course, click the preview button to make sure everything looks good. You can click save if maybe, let's just say you already sent one to your leads, but you say, hey, I want to go ahead and save this so that I can send it later on. You can do that. One thing to note in our system for the send by audience, you are only able to send to audiences in this section. So it doesn't matter what tag someone has. If they are in the leads audience and you send to leads, they will get that message. So other sections like send by message type and write your own, you can select who gets it based on tag and audience, but send by audience will only send to audiences. From there, our recommended sending time frame is to send once every 3 weeks to your contacts. This is what we found over time that the most amount of messages are still engaged with, people are opening. the least amount of people are opting out. And that's simply because you are staying consistent, but you're not bombarding anybody with, 10 emails in a month, or kind of just that craziness overload. So definitely check it out. Again, these messages are updated every 2 weeks. So there are plenty of options in here for your personality type, for your preference of what you like to send. And then again, it'll be updated in 2 weeks so that you can go ahead and check out the new messages. And at that point, you'll have sent, and we kind of keep up 1 week ahead of that 3-week send mark so that you're ready to go when your next send will go out, so that you're not waiting on any new content.